Podsake with myself, Declan, and my co-host Stephen. We're now brought to you by the Heritage Bar, as we had said to you from our last episode. So Stephen's got something to tell you about the Heritage just now.
So coming up to the festive period, did a wee bit of free advertisement for the place of worship at the moment. So I don't know if you can read the sign, but they're having a Christmas Eve party, 23rd of December. It's going to be free entry up until midnight, and it's free entry all night, is that actually?
It's free
until
entry.
1 o'clock.
Free entry, it's open till 1 a.m.
Absolutely. DJ and karaoke, do cocktail jugs for two for 18, double smirnoffs and a can for £4.50. Bottles of beer from £2, which is reasonable, and pints from £3. So definitely worth an idea to get yourselves down there.
Yeah. So if you are going to be coming by, the Christmas opening hours are going to be on Christmas Eve. It's going to be 12 a.m. till 6 p.m. Christmas Day they're obviously closed because, like, you know, it's Christmas for fuck's sake. And Boxing Day it'll be 12 till 12, so midday to midnight. Yeah, that'll be that. So
good opportunity to come down and get yourself fished.
Yeah, exactly. Fish very fucking prices. Coming in. I say that I'm going to be knackered.
See how it goes, man.
Well, we're supposed to be recording on here at Christmas.
I know that's true, to be fair, that's very true, right?
See what happens. Because, as you know, our plans are always notoriously strict. So, we've got a little bit of news for this week anyway. Well, it's going to be next week, well, previous week when this comes out.
Aye, one week, it'll be after it's recording anyway.
Yeah, so we're actually going down to Liverpool. It's actually tomorrow after this record. Because we're going down to see the biggest comedy podcast in the game right now. Have a word, we've got a live show on at the M&S Bank Arena, which still called the Echo Arena, but still, it's Friday night, we're going there, we can laugh, obviously, it's fucking two comedians, so go there. See what happens, and on our next record we're going to be giving a bit of an update on it and see how it went and
give you
how the rest
on
of our trip to Liverpool went. So obviously we're going down there for that, but we're going down on the Thursday night, so we're going to get a couple of things done. We'll obviously do something through Friday, through the day, and then we'll see what happens on Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, I'm not going to share our entire time.
So at 12:45 a.m.
Fucking word, that's
Now,
the products available. We're not sponsored yet. Anyway, but that's our plans moving forward. So, how you been? What's been happening with you the last couple of weeks? Seeing as we've been absolutely fucked.
I know, considering I've actually been doing it, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good tomorrow. Obviously, I've never actually been to a comedy show, so
I literally just asked you a question and you just read it.
How's that been? How's my life been?
I didn't say how's your life been. I never said that. I said how have you been the last couple of weeks. Let people know.
People have to.
Exactly.
No. I've been good. I've been alright, man, to be honest with you. Not really much happening. Been enjoying the World Cup actually, to be fair, man. A couple of dodgy results, I must admit. Maybe gone against the grain.
They called that Morocco game.
Well, it's very, very true, to be fair, man. Very, very true. Definitely.
Put the next ones out as well.
A couple of good cooking busters, man. I still fancy Croatia against Brazil. Telling you that, I reckon it'll be a France-Croatia final again. And if it's no France-Croatia, it'll be the Netherlands and France, man. I think it'll be the final. It just depends. Have you seen that shit?
Yes.
Outstanding, mate. Absolutely. It's Cody Gakpo.
They're fucking so slow in the middle at the back, mate. It's unbelievable. No, we're not getting in here. We're not getting in here. Anyway, so we'll move on to another couple of things here.
Oh wait, no, I'm not sure how have you been? Wait, you've been up to the last couple of weeks, started dying?
I've literally been dying half. I've been ill for like the last 3 weeks. Hence the reason the last episode didn't go out when it was supposed to go out 2 weeks ago. But
oh, here's what I've got something actually.
I can't wait for this. Prop comic. Can't wait. Anyway, was that your joke?
That was a joke, maybe didn't have that, but hopefully the views will think funny. Wait and see. I'll put us back in that.
I mean, you're the only person I know that has
Tiny violin.
Tiny violin, that in your bag. that you had to play with two hands.
I always get, I mean, my hands are quite big to be fair, so it's going to be difficult to fucking...
That's
basically it. Well, I need to hold it with one and use a wee go with that one.
It's not a guitar, mate.
I use a boat.
You don't play it like that.
So, this week we're going to veer away from movies, so obviously on our last episode, which... I don't know if I'm allowed to give this one, sorry? No. So on the last episode we done last quiz, again as you all know from the first two, it's quite shite at it, so I'm not winning this time round. No surprise there. So I think we will, given the fact that we're going to do another pool, going to have a word, start talking about comedians. So this is a topic of conversation that comes up with us quite regularly because I don't really watch any kind of smaller comedians. I'm more Lee Evans, John Bishop, all the kind of guys that you see that are probably more mainstream, I would say, just in terms of like national television and stuff. So who would you say your best non-mainstream comedian would be? So someone who's not on like ITV or BBC or
they're not on the telly, there's fucking hundreds of them.
Who would you say your best is? So I've got one or two, and one that probably you put me on it to be fair, man.
I'm guessing Adam Rowe.
No.
No?
Sorry Adam, but it's not you.
Adam Rowe's up there.
Paul Smith.
Paul Smith. I'd say Paul Smith's mainstream, mate. He's selling out arenas and that, so he's fucking mainstream.
I know, but when I'm saying that, I mean as in like, when I think of mainstream comedian, I think of people who are on TV shows, who are on national telly.
As well, do you know what I mean?
It's not the fucking arena.
I was going to say, I don't know what to say it because it's nothing against him, but he's not on the telly, do you know what I mean? It's just on YouTube and that's my whole point.
Don't know who he is.
I'm trying to differentiate from, if you touch Sky on and you put your telly on, you're going to see comedians on your telly, so if you're going to YouTube and you're finding people on YouTube, that's to me not mainstream because it's not
John Nightingale was on John Bishop's show.
Aye, but he's not got his own TV show, he's no...
Because he's got a podcast.
Exactly, but it's not the telly, it's on YouTube.
Exactly, which is arguably a bigger medium now.
See, you're just arguing the point here, I'm just trying to tell you the difference of what I'm trying to make.
I know what you're trying to say.
Well, go with what I'm saying rather than just arguing.
But that's what I'm saying, whenever you use the term mainstream though, YouTube's more mainstream
Well,
than
I explained.
Right, so favourite comedian that's not on the telly?
Thank you.
Adam Rowe.
Right, fair enough. Mine would be Paul Smith. Adam Rowe would definitely that whole set, I think, man. Yeah. And again, it's just because, again, nothing bad against him, but I hope they're not watching this and thinking bad of me, but I just think Paul Smith's
watching
it. I know, well, you never know, mate, you never know. But it's Paul Smith's heckling which I find funniest. So his crowd interaction's phenomenal.
Because he's the compere at hot water. Like, see the thing is that everyone talks about his compere and I'm actually going to be quoting things we have a work now because CBC's actual storytelling and that, like, it's stand-up's like a million times better. It's just fucking, it doesn't get shown because everyone goes, I want to see somebody get slagged off.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like some poetic justice obviously, definitely quite funny. But nah, I think I've probably spent a lot more time watching videos on YouTube, even just on Facebook and stuff, man. It's just one that comes through on your reels and that. Absolutely outstanding, man. However, Adam Rowe, I still think Thaya is one of the funniest videos I've seen in my life. I show everybody that man into me talk about it straight. I was like, have you seen this man? Brilliant, mate, honestly.
Well, we're going to see his live show that he's recording in Glasgow.
January, 15th of January?
15th to the 16th of January. All 3 years are going. We've got an extra ticket, I don't know who's getting it yet, but who's going to get it.
Lucky fan.
Possibly the five that
lucky fan. So if you like, share, comment, donate.
We don't want money, we just want your time.
Donate your time and buy us a coffee at the link. I'm joking, I'm not one of the cunts.
I mean, I would take a coffee, but only if you want.
That's just a fucking, that's so somebody goes, oh, I'm getting one, and then there's like 10 people you've made 50 quid off.
Well, that's true. We'll see in all fairness, much for the tickets to 50 quid. Coffee will cost you a fiver, the benefit in you.
What you getting, it costs you a fiver.
And you'd be surprised, man. I'm telling you. Good coffee's kept on, I like my Arabica beans. We already make bubbles on it.
I'm not gonna lie, I've not bought coffee at a coffee shop since we moved to St Vincent Street.
Coffee shop, so in St Vincent Street, so moved into a nice swanky new building in the work, and they changed the campaigns and stuff over, and coffee shop down the stairs was an independent coffee shop, so it's not
I
really...
wouldn't call it independent.
Nah,
It is
there's not a
chain.
lot of them. Like when you think of place, again, going to standard places like Starbucks, Costa,
Coffee Republic.
Aye, Coffee Republic, aye. I went away to, so I got this wrong the last time because obviously I said we were going to go to Mallorca, so it wasn't actually Mallorca, it was Gran Canaria, but in the airport was a Coffee Republic. I was beside myself, man. I never tried it.
Because it's grown.
Aye. But the place is absolutely outstanding, and then we get put back into the old building, and it's the coffee shop.
Well, you can go around to that fucking
Pennies. I used to get in the morning to get hot water off them. No joke, I used to charge me £1 for boiling water so I could have a coffee in the morning.
Why don't you just get coffee?
Because they might spend keep getting a coffee and I make coffee in it.
There's hot water in the coffee, in the coffee for.
So it normally works, Declan.
There's hot water in the
It's just the hot water machine's annoying as fuck because obviously just pulling
You
it, so I
don't
need to
go-
add
machine
like
go to
3
your
or 4
tap?
cup.
For context, there's boiling water.
No. So this was before they put in. Because
They've been there since I started. Yes, they were.
Because they done the.
I used to get pot noodles in there all the time.
No,
Yes, they were.
because let me finish. So whenever they done up the whole bottom floor, because that used to be offices where I used to do a call quality HR set, and then it up and put the hot water taps in.
Aye, at the back yet, but the front it was always a cafeteria.
I know, it was a cafeteria, that was good.
And that's where it was.
I never used them, so I drank a lot of coffee down there.
I was right.
Well, you're saying you're right, that's not actually confirmed, you've got to put that out there.
I was right.
I'll ask facilities more back in the office. So.
I was
Right, John, you know that.
Yeah. But anyway, moving away from work, because work is not something we're going to talk about on here ever.
Go for the fake party anyway.
Well, say, if you were to start your own comedy show, mate, what would you call your comedy club and what sort of show would you run? Would you run an alternate show, mainstream show? An actual mainstream
I
show?
think it would, if you were going to do it, it would be up and comers. I think it would be up and comers. In fact, I think I would do a heckler special. And I would just put it out there, if you're an up and coming comedian, you think they're good at heckling, won't let them mash you up.
They don't heckle, they do heckle people.
No, but that's what I mean. So when people come in and they know they're going to get heckled, so it's how they then combat it. Because heckling can be really good for a show, and it can be really bad for a show. So
90% of comedians would avoid that.
no, it'd be funny. No, but see, I mean, if they go in and it's just on the spot and it happens to them, then I think it's easy to deal with. But if you're going to expect it, you're going to do a show knowing that people are going to be
But
heckling
a
you.
lot of
So
them are going out to show what their material is, mate, and see if somebody keeps shouting out and all that in the middle of it. It fucking ruins
see,
the
but
material.
this is what. So if I had to go to like improv groups, and again, you only see
Yeah,
this.
well, you would want an improv
and
then?
you, no,
No, because you're going to get out with the thing for Ted too.
Exactly what I was going to say. I would go and just specifically to try and put
So,
them off, just to see how
other
resilient it would
words,
actually be. I think
You would want to run an improv night.
No, I don't want actual, but I'd want somebody doing comedy, but somebody to like, try and fuck it up.
But that's what,
Just to see how
that's
it goes.
literally what improv is. That's the improv nights in comedy.
No, one improv
It's
is
not shouting out, so you
improv,
have to make
improvise.
jokes about that.
Aye, but rather than having somebody come and just improvise, you're going to have to come with somebody that's got a set show. So they know that the material is going
The
to be.
people with the
and all
set
they
shows
need
are
to
not
do
going
is-
to get them.
No, you don't know that. You don't know that, don't know.
Literally, mate, I watched the
Speaking on
biggest
behalf of
comedy-
all comedians
I'm
here.
not speaking on behalf of comedians,
Nobody
mate.
will
I'm
do that.
speaking on behalf of everyone that has said that on anything. They hate hecklers. Why the fuck would you go somewhere and going to say, oh, we're going to heckle you,
see when
buddy?
you're up and coming and you want to build yourself up. If you get a good night where somebody tries to heckle and you put everybody down and it turns
Now
out you get a
who's
really good
speaking on
laugh,
behalf of
then-
comedians?
No, I'm saying...
No, you're saying,
No.
if I'm an up and comer, I want to do this.
I said, if you're an up and comer, it's an opportunity to build your brand, because as I say, when somebody gets heckled and it turns out to be benefiting them, then it gives them more exposure because it's funny and people want to see it. Whereas if it doesn't happen, it's
So,
equally as funny when somebody
anyway,
gets heckled and can't come back to it.
Moving on, because we're not going to agree on this at all.
It's not a point of agreement, it's my opinion.
It's wrong,
I'm not asking you to agree with it.
because you're wrong.
No,
Still,
I think you'll find
anyway.
it, you're wrong.
And I'm not going
You're wrong.
to I'm not going to
You're
agree.
wrong.
But anyway, so, what would you call your comedy club? Seeing as you're going to run an improv night?
Heckled. That's what I would call it, heckled. Come to us if you want to get heckled. Nah, but in all sincerity, I would want to have somebody that's got up and comers. I would want to try, because I mean, you get a lot of places like that, no comedy clubs and stuff, that's the whole sort of point in it. But rather than having people that are established, you'd want to give guys opportunities, man. Because there are a lot of people out there that maybe don't get the right exposure, who are funny, but they don't know how to put it, whether it's a good fit. I mean, I would do it in a way that you could maybe stream it, do you know what I mean? But doing the sort of a podcast, you could have it where
There's a lot of people who do that in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Because you've got, what is it, the Mile High Club do stuff. Mile High Club. Sounds like someone's going to podcast. The thing you do it, have a look and like stream that stuff, but a lot of them go through hot water, and that's where like all the videos and that go online. Like, you go onto YouTube and type in hot water, you're going to find like 1,000 videos with comedians. It's just wee bits that we're doing. You're not going to get like full sets, because like, full sets are for shows that you have to pay for. So it'd be kind of fucking pointless putting it all on the internet for free if you were doing it. Don't get me wrong, like if you go onto YouTube, so many people have put their full special on that, because they're going to get stuff after the adverts and stuff like that, and gets them out because they make their money after tickets anyway.
And no losing any money if they try and go to like Netflix or fucking Amazon Prime and everything. So
like the best one that I've watched in a long time that was completely free, and it's just went up on YouTube like the last couple of weeks, is Ari Shafir's new special, Due. It is fantastic. It's on for an hour and a half, and I'm not going to lie, like there's not one joke in it that doesn't happen.
That's no bad. That's no bad when you get something like that, man. I hate when you watch comedians and they've got maybe out of their 4 or 5 word gags, only 1 or 2 of them are funny.
But that's your sense of humour. Like their sense of humour is different to yours.
That's absolutely good. I'm just saying I like it when I find a couple that's that funny and the rest of it's shit. I am the person who they need to make laugh, so if I'm not finding it funny, then how many other people are going to find it funny? No, but that's the whole point. If you're a comedian, you want to go out and make people laugh, so people are not laughing and your material must be shite.
It's not like your material shite, it doesn't match your sense of humour. People have different sense of humour, so they suit someone else, that doesn't make them shite.
Just for making it
I'm not getting it. That's weird. Right, anyway, so you would call your comedy club heckled.
Aye.
I'm glad we covered that.
So if Mr. Comedy Expert here is right,
I never said I was a comedy expert.
You've got a lot of opinions that you shouldn't
No,
mind.
what I do-
You don't think
no.
it'll work right, but
Shut up,
so
let
what
me
would
finish.
maybe
Right, what I'm saying here is, I'm not saying this is my opinion or this is right. I listen to the opinion of comedians that I actually watch their podcasts that talk about this. So it's coming from the voice of a fucking, see what I'm saying about ranting? I'm going to actually end up starting a rant here. They say they don't like that. Comedians say, you're just turning around like a, I'm not saying that, so that's wrong.
But is that established comedians or people?
Yes.
Wait, and where did I say that it was? Did I say established comedians?
Oh my god, they came from somewhere.
But if they're just starting out with no came from anywhere.
Of course they fucking came from somewhere. Everyone comes from somewhere.
No shit, Sherlock.
You just said they don't. Oh, fuck me. Why did this? Oh,
Having a great time here, lads. Really enjoying it.
baffles. Like genuinely, this baffles me. Anyway, let's move past that.
Okay. So if you had to start a comedy show, what would you call it, and what would your idea be?
Well, I'd stick with.
No, that would be up. No, see, I watch comedians and that just wouldn't be up, mate. Just wouldn't be something that
You actually said earlier on
Just
that you
wouldn't
don't
happen.
watch comedians, mate. You fucked your own argument.
I'm just using your game here, mate. It's alright.
I know, at least I heard you first.
I didn't hear you because it was just going to work anyway, man.
I would stick with smaller comedians and try and build them up. Obviously, you have to have shows that you've got the bigger names on, because that's what brings people in to see those smaller comedians, because that's the whole point of having openers, middle acts and headliners. You have to have somebody who's going to be decent in a compare. Like for instance, the biggest one is your favourite non-mainstream comedian who sells out arenas with Paul Smith, who he goes on and he's able to keep the crowd going. I mean, he's not there, they've got like Danny McLaughlin and stuff like that. Dan Nightingale, Adam Rowe, all of them do compare night as well, and that's how, yeah. Sorry, I think
So they've done a bit, and it's everybody just gives a number at the middle of the show, got to the break, and he picks a number up. Jimmy, there you go. So Jimmy Carr, couldn't remember if there's a come up
I can mind
it's fucking
Becky
serious,
Hill.
man.
Becky Hill is a bit
So none of the days just text a joke in, doesn't matter how bad the joke is, and he'll just read it out.
They used to do that at live at the Apollo.
Did they?
Brilliant used to do that as well.
Outstanding, mate. That's a cracking idea, man. Absolutely cracking idea. But it's just obviously, as you said, everybody's got different sense of humour. So when you the crowd reactions are everything, but it comes down to comedy, obviously. So you have some people who could be quite affronting, other people that find it really fun, and other ones that are just like me. But some of them are fucking. I can't even remember anything happening. To be fair, I mean, better to try and quote some, but it's just a good idea. But I think that'd be a good idea.
Anyway, the name of my comedy show.
It's not heckled, that's mine, because it's copyrighted.
The comedy club, so see, like, you always get a lot of like comedy sellers and stuff like that. So see, just thinking of where we are right now, on the Heritage Bar, and the function room's called the Attic. So like a comedy attic. Because if it's called the Comedy Attic, you know it's always just going to be comedy. It's on there, put it on 7 nights a week.
So technically just to say no, I'm shite.
How did it shit?
I'm just going to say that.
You're just saying that you've got to say the same.
Basically.
You get your big shows at the weekend, Friday and Saturday night. You get maybe middling shows Sunday, Monday, and the rest of the week is for the newer guys. That's me, I don't know. I don't know. It's not like I watch comedians.
Don't have any clue about that. I'm not an expert in it.
Yeah, I know, I'm far from it. I wish I was an expert. As I said, if I won Euro Millions, there's 2 plans that I have. First one is to buy the area around about with a flip, so that I can create a football team. And build the stadium for them. And the other is to open a comedy club.
Equally good ideas. I mean, I don't know if it would be more successful.
Well, I mean, if you won the Euro Millions, it wouldn't fucking matter, would it?
I know, but if you're going to invest a lot of money into something, you're going to want to make it work for you. You've got to be frivolous, but...
I mean, mate, if you win, like, I'm talking about the big money.
120 million.
If you win 120 million, 50 grand's a drop in the water to you. Do you know what I mean? I know it's not going to be 50 grand a day, but 500 grand's going to be a drop in the water to you.
Yeah.
I could literally buy the entire Faraday Park. That's a business centre shop.
150. Yeah.
Buy all of that, and then I could just make it whatever I wanted. Massive comedy outside show.
I know. 5 people turned up to you.
Don't care.
Good job. Nah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you ever had to win that amount of money, like I've sat on plenty of occasions and I've got a calculator and I've put 100 million in, and I've just started to fucking type math how much I would spend and how much money I would have in life. So I'd start a calculator like 100 million.
Oh, your life's desire.
Bought a house.
Oh, I've got 99 million.
1 kilometre, man. No. It's a good job at home, so
it's an elf film for everyone.
That's not what it's Bravo, it's just a bit.
I know it's the same website, it's not called Eric anymore.
Yeah, that's right. I also don't have HR Revolution Court either.
That's true.
No, so that was just because we were talking about the fact that Ukraine has like the second largest economy in the world. Well, in Europe, I don't know about the world, but in Europe.
For?
My interesting fact. No that we're going to be going on to that next, but you were asking about it, so we'll come back to that.
The largest economy in the world. It's
no, the second largest in Europe.
Right.
So all the countries that produce materials, we've talked about wheat obviously, so the biggest wheat distributor in Europe.
That's what I'm saying. Because you just said they're the second biggest, and I went, they're fucking not.
No, in the world, and I said no, actually Europe.
But they're not. But they're the biggest distributor of like wheat and grain in Europe.
Their economies,
I wouldn't say they're the second biggest economy.
Their GDP is probably not going to be very good.
Because you've got like France and that, with the wine, Italy and that, with all the stuff like, you know. Don't put second biggest, just say big. China, that covers a lot of Europe.
That's just because I broke second biggest economy.
Europe. Click on that one. It's GDP statistics, it'll tell us them all in order. Germany is the largest.
I knew that. Considering Germany crumbled after the World War, man, they've definitely done well to bring themselves back up.
It's almost as if they're taking over in a different way now.
Yeah, do you know when fucking Russia started what they started? Germany invested something stupid like $1 billion in their military. It's the largest spending since the Second World War for obvious reasons. And they never had a military, the military for the last maybe 50, 60 years. It's fucking mental.
Right. Let's get the fucking list up here, man. There we go. Germany, UK, France, Italy, Russia, Spain, Netherlands, Switzerland, Poland, Sweden, Belgium, Ireland, Austria, Norway, Denmark, Finland, Romania, Czech Republic, Portugal. I feel like that fucking... What is that, about 20th?
Well, it's distribution anyway. It was whatever the distribution was, right? So, like, second biggest in, I think they're the biggest in wheat sales, so they produce the
Yes,
most
they're the
wheat.
biggest in wheat sales. That's
There's
exactly what
other
I'm
things
saying.
as well, no, because it was when everything started that was how good is the UK economy, and this thing basically compared it to all these different countries, and they were first and second in quite a lot of categories, obviously in terms of wealth and
I
stuff.
felt like one of the Animaniacs there. See,
You sound like a maniac, cannot you?
I didn't say Maniac, I said Animaniac. No, the song that names all the countries in the world.
And
Animaniacs? Fucking hell, man.
no, I was just saying that because the word maniac.
I gathered that.
But yeah, so interesting. I don't know if I have any interesting facts for the day, man. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't really prepared for interesting facts.
I had
but
interesting facts I'll be in the next one.
yeah, I will have them, and I'll be more prepared next time, to be fair, man. But just on the Ukraine one anyway, but nah, so the whole thing with Ukraine was just the fact
The
that...
interesting fact that turned out not to be a fact.
no, it's not, I've obviously just worded it wrong.
Interesting fiction.
Interesting fiction, it's not non-fiction, but nah, there was a lot of things. So the whole thing when I was looking at that kind of stuff was the fact that the Ukraine had quite a lot in comparison to other countries in the world where they were leading in this part of the industry or this certain thing, and there was a fucking lot. Obviously, there was a lot.
To be fair, they do have a lot of. That's a lot. They've got a Ballon d'Or winner, Shevchenko won Ballon d'Or. Just saying. That's a lot more.
Very interesting. yeah.
The-
Also going to comedy, just talking about Ukraine, the fact that the Ukrainian
Whoa,
president...
whoa.
See, again, this is the whole not letting people finish and all the rest of it.
Says the one.
Volodymyr
that cut me off.
Zelensky was a comedian
He
before
was
he became...
also the voice of Paddington Bear in Ukraine.
Was it? Oh, aye, Ukraine. I was going to say fucking British Paddington.
Yeah.
But I thought that was quite interesting. I never knew that until I started, but I genuinely didn't know that at all.
So who's your favourite non-mainstream comedian?
Zelensky. Never heard any material, but he's brilliant, aye. Show my support for him. I would say not there normally, but I'm not going to say that considering the state of the country right now.
It was how you worded that. You went, speaking of comedy, what's happening in Ukraine? If you're from a certain part of the world, you might find it funny.
Definitely.
Definitely.
We don't. Just putting that out there. We're a very inclusive
Do not put
podcast.
words in my mouth.
I don't.
I did say I don't. So that was, it's. I'm very, very anti-war for a lot of things, but I'm not going to get into a big hippie speech here with you, so let's just that. So anyway, last little bit here is just to really go over a couple of things in regards to what's funny and embarrassing moments and stuff like that that we can remember that have happened to us.
Just a shit.
So, I can't. I've got a
Straight
fucking.
on this full table, man. And it's putting me off.
With your hands down there, it looks as if you're hanging.
Why'd you get annoyed when I asked him to stop?
I felt like this sound right.
Well,
Just not
just
on
don't shake your knees.
Just not on this bit, because that's what's fucking shaking the full table.
Anyway, it's not a shaking the full fucking table.
This
How's that shaking the full table? I've not moved my fucking foot.
it's just losing intensity.
Anyway, moving on. What's the funny and embarrassing moment that you have caught?
Funniest and most embarrassing moment, but you didn't find funny at the time, but you find funny now.
When I fell and cracked my head off.
Yeah, that's fair enough, man.
Genuinely, like, I was absolutely steaming, went to 30s, get kicked out of 30s because I was that steaming. It was winter time anyway, because all the roads and that were iced up, and instead of getting a taxi home, I decided to walk.
Standard thing, man.
I got halfway up the road and then I woke up in an ambulance. I had slipped in the ice, cracked my head out of the curb, and I was out of it.
makes sense.
What part of you junkie like at the side of the road, man? While that blood came in, I must have kicked in that hill.
Like, that's not even the worst part of it. So, obviously woke up in the ambulance, then I've obviously conked out again. I then woke up in the Monklands, it's a hospital, which I was handcuffed to a bed, so you can imagine. At first I did go, the bad thing about it is I had watched Hostel the night before. So I'm saying the night before, I might just be remembering that way, but I definitely watched Hostel recently before that happened. And I was shiting myself for obvious reasons. One thing I'm getting fucking cut off.
No idea what's happening here, man.
But then doctor came in, she was nice to me, went, can I get on handcuff please? Obviously I said it in that exact tone. But she said no, we have to make sure that you're fine. Then eventually we got the handcuffs and that off and I calmed down. And she said, you've sustained a serious head injury, at which point I, who had just woke up from said serious head injury, said, no, no. And she went, the back of your head is actually burst open. And I went, no it's not, look. And I felt the back of my head, and it was as if I had been lying in a fucking bath or something, because I took my hand away, it was soaking, and then I looked at it, and it was the colour of his hat, which is red, and yellow, but there was no yellow. But I then panicked and said, fix me. And I've now got a wee hairline scar that goes from here, from there, and across. I know you didn't see what I just done there, but I had to feel it.
I seen it. It was like a... No, see, I don't know, so there was a, I can't remember the guy's name now that I give it, but just talked about waking up in a hospital. Oh, you're not getting to the funny part yet? Christ, carry on, man.
So my wee brother's best mate, again, I'm not going to use names, showed up and said that he was my wee brother, so he could check in and make sure I was alright. To which point, I then shouted out, alright, said his name, and the police were sitting, and they went, you said you're someone else. So they thought he came to finish the job. And he had to talk his way out of getting lifted for attempted murder.
I think I've ever been in a situation like that to be filmed, man.
To which point my dad then burst through the door, absolutely steaming. It was like that, he was absolutely steaming while I'm getting stitches done, said, where's my boy, found me, then decided to say, we're leaving. I went, I've still got stitches to get in, and bear in mind I'm steaming at the time, so I'm going, still get stitches to get in, got stitches and that in, walked out thinking, oh, we're going to be getting a lift or something somewhere. We're fucking about half an hour away from the house. How the fuck am I getting back home? With a fucking head injury. So instead of waiting in the warm Monklands, he decided we're going to wait outside in the freezing cold, in the snow, for a taxi. I sat outside for a fucking hour and a half waiting for a taxi. Honestly,
I mean, see if it was me personally, I would have went and sat inside. See that, see you actually outside? They
wouldn't let us back in because of my dad's attitude.
Your dad's attitude, that's not your attitude.
Yeah, but
I'd be like, listen here, it's not to do. Just let me back in.
I don't know, even though I'm the spit in the gym.
Listen, oh no, to be fair though, you walked through the town Monday and there was a guy who, you could have sworn it was his dad, I'm not going to lie man, had like the fucking kind of rockery top on, wasn't it a leather jacket, it was a black jacket, same kind of jeans that would wear, the same fucking hairstyle, same fit. I'm not like, genuinely could have been your dad, it really could have been, it was so fucking, well you seen him to be fair man, you agreed with him at the time, obviously we don't know, but that's pretty funny man.
Trust me, if you seen my dad you would then go, ah, that guy looks nothing. I'm just worried because I know what I'm going to look like when I'm fucking 50, if I make it that far.
How long you got to that?
Not that far off anyway. To be fair, I did look old. I would say I look older than you. I look older than most people at my age. I've just had paper moon obviously, but
I'm saying that.
I know, no, that's alright man, I could take offence to it. It's like, I'll get to 30 and I'll get to 60 and I'll be bald and all the rest of it man, so I'll be in my 50s and I'll look about 80. That'll be terrible, it really will.
Yep, because we're both going to make it that far.
You never know. I mean, what's life expectancy in Cook? 79, you get to find out. I don't actually know if that is a lot on that, but I definitely want to be that far.
I'm not going to get into this, this is going to be, well actually, let's check that.
The life expectancy.
The reason I'm saying check that is because I'm hoping you're wrong so that then I'm not level with you, you've made more mistakes than me. But,
I mean, what are you going to give me, like 1 or 2 each end?
I'll give you 5 each.
So wouldn't that say 79?
5 either way.
Oh, 74. Oh, no, aye, sorry, but male life expectancy is 78 and then for men it's 74, so 5, 79, that's fucking... That's 5 in it, there you go.
No.
Beautiful. I said 1 or 2 and you said no, and I said 5, so... Or you said 5, so...
No, I'll give you 5. I'll give you that. Ah well, we'll finish even, well, from, because I didn't make a guess.
I know, to be fair, I did say
I don't know.
I did say it was best.
Use your head. But, aye. So, get one cup. Because we're going to be a week behind anyway, so by the time these go out, we'll cup and fucking finish.
I know, that's true.
But, that's only like 2 weeks. Because the final, well, World Cup finals the 18th.
Rangers are playing Hibs at Ibrox in 15th.
So that's the playing the week before. So we won't have our start right back if you're right, because Croatia will be in the final.
We won't have to start left back.
So thanks for joining us for another episode.
It's been a blast.
So we are going to try and be a little bit more
proactive and productive.
yeah, I would say we weren't aiming for that with the last one, but then we all get struck down with a mysterious virus.
Unexpected. Well, I'm quoting that as unexpected. It wasn't really unexpectedly, but it was unexpectedly.
We won't get it yet, because again that would be bringing up work, which I've been put up for whenever I've done it once.
3 times.
So right, that's us for today. We will be back hopefully next week, where we'll be discussing our trip to Liverpool and how the Halloween show was. We're trying to get into have a wee look round Anfield. We have to go to Goodison with but
I want Nathan Patterson's autograph, man.
I want somewhere. But well, I mean, is it a game for them when they get relegated? Right.
It's just raging because fucking Celtic played Everton at the start of the season and Nathan Patterson played fucking half the team.
And scored a penalty.
And scored a penalty.
I don't even know what to do.
Fucking Big Angie's homecoming.
At the start of the season, last one.
2 weeks ago.
Just deflecting, that's all that is, man. Just deflecting. Sorry.
I know, just deflecting.
It's fine.
Just deflecting with facts. It's what you do. But can we just finish off here, man?
It's a fact that he played for Everton against Celtic, and the fact that he scored a penalty for Everton against Celtic.
And a friendly.
It doesn't matter, it's still a game, it's a friendly.
Still counts.
Just saying, you're saying.
Sorry,
not
he's
not
just
getting-
deflecting,
not
it's
it.
fine, it's sorry, we'll
Don't
bypass it.
have to deflect me, like, but anyway. I'm not getting into it because we're finishing the fucking podcast. Like, anyway,
Anyway,
please like, share and subscribe if you're thinking. If you want to give us any feedback, give us a comment. You can always email us, everything's going to be out throughout the episode.
and if you want to see Declan taking a temper tantrum,
You want to see him
you can join
pronounce
him
something
next
properly.
week. I mean, I'll work on my pronunciation if you want my temper.
How now? Anyway. But cheers guys. Bye.